here are the quick map of the countries we are hosting our supporters from. In general, it's over 70 countries, but I hope we managed to tag all the countries from which we have people today. And this is a very important moment for me because we never did such a big offline event, and many people said they wouldn't come, or like my wife doesn't allow me to come, and so on and so forth. So I'm very happy you are all here today and you came. And I want you to leave you with this thought that all of the things we'll be here presenting today, we are able to do thanks to you and people like you. So again, this is our third birthday. Dzygaspaw was registered on July 18th, 3 years ago. And many things happened throughout that time. And I'll tell you a little bit about our results and achievements throughout these 3 years. You can see some funny pictures and memes over here, but now let's move to numbers. So despite the global attention decline with time that we are seeing in general to Ukraine topic. I just did a quick research on Google Trends, for example, before preparing all these slides. And this is legit, the attention is dropping, the amount of times people Google Ukraine or Ukrainian army is dropping. We were able to grow the amount of donations and the amount of support we provide to the Ukrainian armed forces throughout the 3 years. And we were able to grow not only comparatively like in 2024 to 2023, now as we are in 2025, we are still growing and we expect to be growing even more. So thank you everyone for your donations, and I think this is a cool number, 42. We grew by 42%, so let's see what expects us in the next Dzygaspaw year, which is starting right now. And I'll have a quick recap of how did it all start. So we have Demko here. Demko, where are you? He's coming, right? So it all started with Demko. Raise your hand who knows him or saw him online. Is it everyone or not everyone yet? Cool, not everyone. So Demko started this charity basically by posting his dog on Twitter and saying, hey, here is the dog. This dog provides drones for the Ukrainian military. Maybe you want to support us and buy some more drones. And this is a tweet from 15th April 2022. And we were at 12,000 United States dollars back then. And in 3 years in, we are at total of $4 million raised for Ukrainian defense. It all started with us going to the supermarkets, buying purees for children, visiting internally displaced people and helping them, basically helping everywhere we could help. Helping the children, helping the women, helping different people who lost their homes due to Russian invasion back in 2022. To us, buying drones, buying hundreds of Starlinks, and buying drone jammers for different units of the Ukrainian armed forces. It all started with Demko posting some random screenshots on his Twitter saying, here's what I delivered, trust me, bro, to a well-developed real-time transparency system, which reports every donation we receive, every spending we make, and every delivery we supply to the front line in real time. So in terms of the donations, we just hit $4 million mark last week, and there were 13,000 people who donated and supported the Ukrainian army with our charity. Congratulations to all of you here. In terms of spending, we put most of our expense into military support. So this is the general statistics over the 3 years we are operating. Now the military is over 90%. And we also do some humanitarian demining projects, and we spend part of it for our operations, which includes fuel, salaries, office, warehouses, and so on and so forth. In terms of our spending distribution, we are moving and growing towards putting more effort into the military spending. So we cut our humanitarian projects on the second year of operation, basically, because there are a lot of initiatives who do demining, a lot of big humanitarian demining groups and resources who are able to raise money better than us for this particular thing. So we decided to focus solely on military and on military tech devices. And our the main thing we are focused around at the moment is drones. So let's move to deliveries. As I mentioned, the main thing we deliver is drones and different drone components. As you may know now, there are a lot of drone factories inside military units, so we support them too, and this is very needed at the front. We also deliver portable power, like generators and power supply stations. And the one thing that is new in this top three is drone jammers and electronic warfare equipment. So it wasn't there 1 year ago. 1 year ago, I think Starlinks were the third place, but now with the amount of FPV drones and enemy reconnaissance drones that increases daily, the jammers are very well needed. So, and this is the most interesting slide for me, particularly, because I never looked into it like that. And I decided to count how much equipment did we deliver to some of our top units and partnership units that we support. So our top one unit was 80s Galician Brigade from Lviv. We have some guys from this brigade. Then there is GUR. Yes, Main Directorate of Intelligence. We did some big projects with them. Then there is Carpathian Siege Battalion. This one is for particular importance for us because it's a volunteer battalion operating since 2014. And these guys do tremendous work. They work hard every day. And we have guests from Carpathian Siege here. The next one is 47th Mechanized Brigade. They have friends over there. I'm not sure if they're here. Azov, you probably heard this name many times. Da Vinci Wolves, 40th Artillery Brigade, and 141st Brigade. Yeah, a round of applause to all of these units. So this thing particularly shows that we work with different types of units. So it includes air assault forces, it includes special forces, it includes riflemen, it includes infantry, it includes drone units from unmanned system forces. And as we are growing, we are starting to move more onto systematic big projects rather than supporting one single man from some unit. So we partner with the units, we have a couple of signed memorandums of collaboration with some of the units, and we are moving towards systematic, predictable help. But the main thing for me is actually here. It's not about some memorandums. It's not about some thank you letters. It's not about numbers, the amounts or dollars. It's about feedback from our people. It's about getting messages like this from the people we support. And I want you to feel it for a moment and imagine you received these messages, because we receive dozens of them every week. And as we move, as we grow, we just had our first planning event this year. It's now a real legit organization. We try to identify our key strengths and try to identify areas we need to develop and move into the future. So the first thing we want to highlight is that most of these donations, more than 80% of the funding, comes from abroad. So we receive donations in SWIFT payments, PayPal, just ordinary bank card donations, all coming from different countries around the world to Ukraine. And we find this critically important as we think in Ukraine, and as you probably know, there are big legitimate organizations like Come Back Alive or Pritula Charity Foundation. And we believe working with international audience is a very big and huge priority. And we need to focus on that and develop that because we do not have enough resources working on that in Ukraine, except from the government level, there is people human to human level. So thank you very much for being these humans who are connected from Europe, from the US, with us here in Ukraine. The next thing which makes us unique is this real-time transparency system. It's probably boring when I'm repeating this for the first time, but it's very important for us because many people have the thoughts and they heard stories about like Ukraine is corrupt, your donations are being stolen. So for us, it is really important to highlight that all of these things we receive are tracked by automated systems, which we do not like modify or do something with them. And you can see actually what we are spending the money for. Like if you need to spend money for fuel, we are reporting this. If you need to buy paper for the office, you can see it. And if you buy drones, you can also see the procurement price, the amounts. So you can double check that, ask any question you want, and we'll give you feedback on that. And the next thing, as I mentioned, we moved into focusing on tech deliveries rather than everything else. So we are cutting all the other projects like providing food, socks, demining equipment, whatever, to solely focus on providing tech devices.
And what makes us unique is the dog. I mean, no other charity has the dog.
Yeah, no other charity is named after a dog, I hope. So we moved from 185 people who sent money to Dymko's PayPal back in April 2022 to 13,000 people, almost 14, who donated, helped us fundraise, gave us equipment, came to Ukraine to see us. Some of you even came to the east to visit the soldiers with us. Thank you very much for doing this and for being with us throughout these 3 years. And here, I'll have a little glimpse into what we are planning to focus on in the future. First, big systematic projects, just as I mentioned, focusing on our partner brigades. Second, going to B2B fundraising, because everything we did so far was B2B. We just talk to people and you just donate. Our average donation is $90, median is $20, so it's really small. So we want to look into businesses who will be able and willing to help. Third is going offline. This is our first big attempt to do it, and I'm happy you're here. And fourth is growing a team and scaling operations, because by now we have the understanding that to scale, we need more people, we need more working hands, and we need more resources. Thank you very much, and thank you for being with us for all these 3 years.
I would also join saying thanks to all of you and actually saying big thanks. This was not planned. I mean, I now come in here to this presentation the same way as you come. I never seen even the slides or anything, but I am just fascinated by the amount of work that the team has put into the thing and their commitment. I am just so thankful for first the boss, not Ira, Dzyga, and then her subordinates, Ira, and the team. They are awesome, and I just want you to give them a little big round of applause for the team.